Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Technology Explore. Today in this video I am going to show you how you can do SolidWorks motion analysis using gravity and contact between the different parts. So at the end we will be able to do this type of simulation of gravity wheel. So keep watching this video till end, and I will leave the download link for these files in the description of video. Okay, these are the three files: wheel, shaft and ball. So I have created these three files in SolidWorks, and those are very easy. And let's import them in SolidWorks assembly. So for that, start from SolidWorks assembly, and then close this dialog. Now open the folder where all three files are saved. Click and drag them into SolidWorks assembly one by one. So now what you have to do, you have to fix the shaft. So right click on it and then select fix. Then as you can see the ball, I cannot move the ball because it is fixed. So right click on it and then make it float. Then make a concentric mate for shaft and the wheel. For multiple selections, press control key, press and hold control key. So then make a coincident mate of the shaft face and this face of wheel. Now what we have to do, we have to make some mates. So for that, first of all, make the planes visible. Then select the ball, and in the ball select front plane and make it visible, or select show. Similarly for the wheel, front plane and unhide or show it. So now make a coincident mate of the front plane of ball and front plane of the wheel, just like this. Then another mate of ball with this face of wheel. Now press space key and select this view orientation, rearrange the ball like this. So now make a duplicate of the ball. So for that, press and hold control key and click and drag the ball for it to make its duplicate. Okay, now again front plane of this ball and front plane of the wheel, coincident mate, and then tangent mate of ball with this face. Rearrange the ball like this. So by doing so, put the balls in all these slots. So once again, let's show you coincident mate and the tangent mate. This view orientation and rearrange the balls. So for the moment, right click on the wheel and fix it. Like this. Okay, now these are the three balls, and similarly by making duplicates of each ball separately and then putting them in all these slots one by one, complete this process. And so here you can see I have filled all the slots with the balls. Now let me rearrange the balls according to the physical conditions, like now we can hide the planes. Okay, now let's talk about the motion analysis, and before that make the wheel float and then click on the motion study here, and if you can see here animation, drop down this menu and from here select Motion Analysis, and then scroll down in this list and then expand the mates. Delete all these tangent mates. Press delete button. So make sure there should not be any tangent mate. So next step is that we have to tell the SolidWorks that there is a contact between the ball and the wheel. So for that, establish contacts between each ball with the wheel. So for that, click on contact button here and then select ball and wheel. Then if you can see here, scroll down, solid bodies, and then material. Apply the material, whatever material you are using. So let me leave this as it is, acrylic. Then there is a friction, and if you can see, acrylic have this friction coefficient. Then scroll down, impact, and then here are the elastic properties. So do not change these properties because they are linked with the acrylic. So or acrylic or whatever material you are using, the elastic properties will appear automatically here. So just press OK button. So one by one establish the contact between ball and the wheels for all these balls. And here is the time key, and it is, if you can see here, by default it is for 5 seconds. So you can increase the time by dragging this key up to 12 seconds. So now let me establish the contacts for rest of the balls with wheel. I am changing the transparency because I will do remember that I have started making contacts from this ball. Just simply select both of these things, ball and the wheel, and then press OK button. Again, contact, ball and wheel, OK button. So I have established the contact for all balls with wheel. Now we can change the transparency to solid for this ball. So now after establishing the contact between balls and the wheel, now we have to tell the SolidWorks that there is a gravity. So for that, click on this button, gravity, and if you can see, this is the value of the gravity and here is the direction of the gravity. So select Y. If you can see, our axis, Y, X and Z axis coordinate system. So select Y axis here, and here you can see the direction of the gravity. So now unsuppress this concentric mate between shaft and the wheel, and also make sure that wheel is in float condition. Okay, now press the calculate button and see what happens. So the calculation has been done, and now we can play the simulation. So these are the actual results when we build such type of gravity wheel. This will happens. Now let's do another thing by adding a motor. So click on the motor button here and then select this circular face and specify the direction of rotation, and I think this is okay. If you want to reverse the direction, click on reverse direction. Then here are the RPM, revolution per minute, and let's type here 5 RPM and then press OK button. and again click on the calculate button. Calculations has been done, and now let us play and see what happens when we add motor in the wheel. So before that, right click on the orientation and then disable play back of view keys. Press this button and then play. So this is the result, and this is how we can do SolidWorks motion analysis using gravity and contact. I hope you have enjoyed and learned from this video, and thanks for watching and sparing time. Don't forget to subscribe this YouTube channel.